welcome back, Mirror. The mirror, it was in the middle of the restaurant dividing into two halves. Halves!
So run this by me again. The mirror was here, correct?
We.
Really? Because I know if I were you, I wouldn't have put a mirror there. It would be in the way.
Look who's talking, Trite.
Huh?
You're obstructing my view, among other things.
But this is my seat in the courtroom.
Tribion's charm is that it gives you the impression that you're the only customer. Temporarily placing a mirror in that spot would hardly be in the way. Unlike you, Trite. I tell you, Monsieur, the mirror was there in the middle of the restaurant.
Wouldn't it just be the fact that if he sat there, he would have seen the other person?
No. Well, he didn't see anybody yet.
That's my point.
I mean, still, somebody could get up from this seat and just walk away. And he would see that. Especially when he was told to go call the police. He would get up, walk out, see the guy, and like, whoa, who's that man? Who's that sexy lad right there? There's only one scene from where you can have seen the victim, the image of the victim.
And where would that be?
Oh la la, look how you lean towards me. I always attract the younger boys. Maybe I should keep you in suspense a little longer.
Mr. Armstrong, tell the court what you know at once.
I attract the older ones too, you know. Handsome. Shall I tease you too?
No.
I can't resist. I'm already seeing a very hot someone, so I'm afraid you'll be waiting for a long time. I bet she has mocha cream skin and cappuccino perfume. Beyond, I will tell you, there was only one seat from where you could have seen. That was the seat with the table next to the victim. That was where the old man was sitting.
So why can you only see the victim from that particular seat?
Mais, monsieur, it is obvious, non? If you look at the plans, you will understand. The victim would have been reflected in the mirror like so.
But you can still see him from the other table.
Oh, it's a bigger mirror. Don't worry about that. If you were sitting at the table next to him...
It's a bigger mirror!
It's a bigger mirror. If you were sitting at that table next to him, you would see everything, no? But we don't have the mirror thing. But this diagram right here in evidence. So that's the seat old city was sitting in on that day, when the poisoning happened.
The old man was sitting at a table next to the victim.
Yes.
Why does that seem kind of odd?
After the terrible incident occurred, I moved the mirror so it was not in the way.
Did you move the mirror while Mr. Kudo was off calling the police?
Oui, exactement. I carried it out of the restaurant, then.
You moved a huge mirror like that all by yourself.
And arms! What can I say? I know how to pick things up, handsome. Goto actually laughed at something.
Well, given the witness's physique, I suppose it's possible. Did you move anything else from the crime scene, Mr. Armstrong?
I look like the obliging type, non? But naturally, I did not touch anything else.
Oh. Are you sure about that?
I touched nothing except that mirror.
Mr. Wright, is there something the witness has said that doesn't match the crime scene? Yeah, there is. I just can't put my finger on what it said.
Suffering from a case of heartburn, Trite. Oh, I have just seen things for that. An oil with golden myrrh and frankincense. Add a few drops to your coffee and voila. Enjoy.
I would rather not drink frankincense, but that's just me.
What is it? I mean, what is frankincense? What is myrrh? What are these things?
Frankincense is just a flower, I believe.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah.
Yes. Focus, Phoenix. Breathe. Did you ignore those two and just find some evidence?
What is myrrh, though? Other than a practical joker. It is pretty strange, though, isn't it? No! That was my best material! I looked at my notes for that one. I mean, nobody mentioned anything about a really large mirror.
For much longer.
No! You think someone would have, but Maggie didn't, and neither did old Seedy.
The only logical explanation is that there was no mirror inside Tribulation that day. I've got to prove it somehow.
They win! Okay, so, yeah. We'll look at the evidence. This was left by the victim, has MC Bomber on it.
Next.
Don't care, don't care, don't care, don't care, don't care. Victor's testimony when they didn't say they could, I broke the vase at my seat. I'm sorry. The 4 plants right here. And once again, they're saying that right here.
Is it the fact that the photo has a vase that's not broken? And he said there is a broken vase?
There you go.
Your Honor, Mr. Kudo's words yesterday strongly contradict Mr. Armstrong's testimony. This is the letter of apology that was written by Mr. Kudo, is it not? More of a haiku, but yes.
Not a haiku's a poem. Poem is the art form.
Yes, I was contradicting the fact of him calling it a letter.
Oh, that's what you're saying.
That was the cut. You don't have to disagree on every little thing I say.
You might be realizing something. I don't listen to what you say.
Is that why you contradict everything?
Exactly.
Piss me off for no reason other than you don't listen.
For the content.
I realize it looks useless, Your Honor, but this is still testimony.
I guess useless people are the only really good at identifying useless things.
What relevance does this scrap of paper have to the trial, Mr. Wright? Mr. Kudo's testimony is actually very relevant to the question at hand, Your Honor. Because it's very clear contradiction with this piece of evidence.
Oh, is that theirs?
This piece of evidence contradicts with the testimony we've heard, Your Honor. The crime photo? Yes. This photo clearly shows something that theoretically should not exist. What on earth do you mean by that, Mr. Wright?
Should not exist. Huh. Sounds like you're describing yourself, trite.
In a game where normally you point out one piece of evidence against one testimony, now you have to point out 3 pieces of evidence and pick out on one of them what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Now then, if the defense would please clarify its statement. Vase, just click the vase. Let me click the vase.
Are you missing a line? No. We gotta restart.
What in this photo should not be there?
Close enough. The dead body.
The forks.
The forks.
Too many.
Whoa.
Too many.
Where's the spoons?
I've seen how mushy his food is.
Yeah.
There should be a spoon.
You gotta drink it out of the plate.
No, because then you'll throw it back up in the plate.
And then you can drink it again, you know.
There is one thing. You think stomach acid will fix that food?
Yes.
There's one thing that was clearly demonstrated by yesterday's testimony. If anything, that's the type of food that is given in Human Centipede.
Oh, yes.
Mr. Kudo, yeah.
That was so good. I think I'll have it a second time.
Should I eat the squid?
Or the cuttlefish.
Mr. Kudo broke the vase that was on the table where he was sitting. And yet, as the court can see, there is an unbroken vase on the table next to the victim. Why?
Why?
Because Mr. Kudo was not in fact sitting at the table next to the victim at all.
Don't be an idiot, shite. That's impossible. That seat's the only one Kudo could have seen the victim's reflection from.
Exactly. There's only one conclusion we can draw from this contradiction. There was no mirror in Tribia that day. Your testimony, Mr. Armstrong, is an elaborate lie.
Don't try to confuse the court, trite. Obviously, the witness cleaned up the vase, while the police were taking their time getting to the crime scene.
Unfortunately, Mr. Godo, that doesn't quite work for me. Mr. Armstrong already testified to the contrary in his own words. I did not touch anything else except the mirror. He's chugging hot coffee. Well, witness, what do you have to say for yourself? You see Godo's hurting himself because of you.
It took you so long to discover that contradiction, it's already cold. Gotcha, trite.
I was right. There was no mirror in the restaurant that day. In light of this revelation, we return back to the original problem. Why did the victim have an earpiece in an ear in which he couldn't hear?
You only get one shot in life. There's no turning back. If you want to claim that the mirror wasn't there, trite, then this problem is all yours. How do you explain what the old man saw?
What if he was pretending to win?
I will say one word of that.
Pretending.
Ooh.
What if he was pretending?
Stop pretending.
I mean, he's sitting there, if you take it in thought of, he's sitting there with Tiger.
Yes.
And he's like, oh shit, I need a way of getting him off my case. Hopefully
so he pretended that he won the lottery.
Without giving up the CD because it's a dangerous CD.
Yeah.
The CD was the backup plan too if this doesn't work.
Yeah, okay.
And he finds out I didn't win the lottery. What if I just pretend?
Yeah. Okay. But
and that kind of backfired and got him killed.
But I will say the word pretend. Keep that in your mind.
No.
Shit!
If I can answer this, then I'll be that much closer to the truth. I can feel it.
Feel it? Are you going to be okay? You really solved this contradiction, Nick?
There's more than just this one contradiction, Maya.
What do you mean?
Who really framed Roger Rabbit?
Bob Hoskins. Sorry.
I was expecting you to say like Christopher Lloyd since he's the bad guy.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
I was waiting for Christopher Lloyd. I was like, yeah, that's a bad guy.
God.
Why did she marry Roger Rabbit?
Oh. I mean, look at him.
Look at her.
I mean, yeah, look at her.
Look at Christopher Lloyd. Hubba, hubba.
And not Bob Hoskins.
Christopher Lloyd turns into an animated character.
Bob
Hoskins doesn't.
Now I found a new kink.
I like monstrosities.
Just
animation.
Yeah.
Remember what Maggie told us? I shot him. There was another man at the victim's table. There was a sample CD on the victim's table. And it all flies in the face of Mr. Kudo's testimony. And I think I know the reason why nothing in this case is adding up. Because they're all bought. Well, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. Yes, Your Honor. The reason behind all the contradiction in Mr. Kudo's testimony is simple. The victim was a phony. A big fat phony! This case is riddled with contradictions. Yet there's one very simple answer that clears them all up. And what is that? The incident Mr. Kudo witnessed and the incident the victim experienced were two completely different events.
What?
Yes, the victim that Mr. Kudo saw wasn't Mr. Glenn Elk at all. It was an imposter, a phony, pretending to be Mr. Elk.
Pretending? That word?
What word?
Oh?
Obviously, unlike the victim, there was nothing wrong with the imposter's left eardrum. That's how he ended up wearing the earpiece in his left ear by mistake. It must be very, very bitter.
Yeah. This is milk. The fuck brought me milk?
Edgeworth walks in. That's a waste of coffee. Now you drink that. Lick it up from the floor.
This is why I drink tea. I don't have accidents like that.
Tea is also very bitter. We need a what tea? Order in the court. Settle down or I'll clear the courtroom.
Quiet, Gramps. Why don't you clear out of here, huh?
What did you say?
Trite, are you saying that what Mr. Kudo saw was a setup?
Yes. Someone pretended to be Glenn Elk and acted out the whole coffee poisoning. All for the express purpose of creating a witness out of one Mr. Victor Kudo.
Get real, Trite. Why would anyone want to do that?
Isn't it obvious? The thing Mr. Kudo was most insistent about in his testimony was...
That serving girl brought up a cappuccino, but she put something in it. That's the serving girl right there in the defendant's chair. I remember her well.
It's so hard to believe, but she is pretty hot. There was one and only one reason to show Mr. Kudo this fake poison. An alibi. To show Maggie Bird in the act of poisoning the coffee. Except it wasn't Maggie. It was Viola.
Are you insinuating that the waitress in the old man's story was a fake as well? It's true that there were no other customers in the restaurant at that time, but...
Yeah, she was also unconscious.
It's also true that the chef was there. He would have noticed what was happening.
That's right. Well, witness, he's being paid off because he has a loan to Tender lender.
Ooh.
Bibbidi bobbidi boo.
The bibbidi bobbidi boo.
If your restaurant really was the scene of such theatrics, you would have known about it, correct?
Oh la la. This is most difficult for me.
No, it's quite simple. All you have to do is testify. You are under oath after all. Was there in fact a phony at Trivia in that day? The defense demands that Mr. Armstrong tell the whole truth about what happened.
Nothing but the truth.
The defense request for additional testimony is accepted. You will accurately explain in detail the events of the restaurant that day.
Oui. In the restaurant. The victim, Monsieur Elg, he came to my restaurant alone. I remember the old man arrived not long after him. There were no other customers. When he got word he won the lottery, Mon Elg became very excited. It was approximately 5 minutes later that the poisoning incident occurred. No, there was no time for the phony to do la acting.
Just so we're clear, there was no mirror in the restaurant after all.
Je vous m'important. Please forgive me, Your Honor. I lied because I wanted this mess to be cleared up quickly.
What you have just done is commit perjury, Mr. Armstrong. I will decide how to punish you later.
Oui.
For now, we will hear your cross-examination. Mr. Wright, if you please.
Punishment?
He took that perjury charge a bit too well. I'm guessing he'll be in more serious trouble after this cross-examination.
The victim, Monsieur Elg, he came to the restaurant alone.
Was he alone at his table as well?
Mais, oui. I saw him from the kitchen.
But the defendant, Miss Bird, remembers it differently. She swears there was another man at the victim's table.
Unfortunately for you, Trite, yesterday's witness also testified that the victim was alone. You know, seeing you squirm like that reminds me of a certain coffee's bittersweet bite.
What kind of coffee has he been drinking?
Seaman, it's not coffee, it's love! It's love that's bittersweet! It's calm!
Hearing Maya say that makes her seem wise all of a sudden.
I remember the old man arrived not long after him.
By old man, you mean Victor Kudo, correct?
Oui, he comes often for my special coffee. I drank your coffee once, Mr. Armstrong. It's special. I'll give you that.
We're waiting for him to say it's not that special.
It's worth a sip just for the experience. Oh, you make me so happy, Monsieur. You are most welcome anytime.
For the cancer.
I said it was worth one sip, and nothing more.
So old Mr. Kudo arrived at the restaurant around the same time as the victim. Maybe I should ask about his arrival in more detail. But maybe I should ask about his arrival in more detail.
What a detail!
But I'm thinking I should ask about his arrival in more detail.
Shit, he's broken! I gotta reboot!
Scratch record. But I think I should ask...
AAA batteries! I don't have any of those!
What device runs off those nowadays? But maybe I should ask him about his arrival in more detail.
What detail? How many minutes after? What time was it?
Probably what time was it, because I can work off that.
Okay.
If he tells me how many minutes after, what the fuck am I supposed to put that? Afternoon? What?
Yeah.
11? What? Huh? Out of curiosity, about what time was it when Mr. Kudo arrived?
Oh, no. I cannot remember, monsieur.
I believe we were told by a witness yesterday. The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by kind of scary old man, sir. Wicked.
Yeah.
Does that perhaps jog your memory, witness?
That incident happened around 20 minutes after he arrived. So the victim must have arrived between 2 p.m. and 2:10, no?
Show me that murder report.
The autopsy?
Yeah, the murder report.
There we go. Give me the murder report. Tell me that was between 1:30 and 2:30.
30. Next.
Oh, fuck. Don't care about that.
Oh, no. Yeah.
The victim's lottery ticket.
Sure.
Yeah.
Got it. All right.
Third. Cardboard. Don't care about those.
First filling 10 minutes of your life every 1:30. But he, he showed up at 2, but the reading was at 1:30.
What? No, what? No. Huh?
Just after 2, huh?
What? Huh? Thank you for your help in jogging my memory, monsieur. You are wonderful.
I can't sit here all the time and do nothing now, can I?
Nothing.
The time of day will be added to the witness's testimony.
Oui, monsieur Dutch. Everything I do for you.
Merci bien. That's French, isn't it?
I'm glad at least one person is in a good mood.
He isn't even humming a song to himself. I remember the old man arrived not long after him, just after 2 p.m.
I think he's humming When I Think About You, I Touch Myself.
What?
It's a real song.
Oh.
It's so real it was even in Austin Powers.
You made it? Oh. Huh? What?
It's a song from the 80s. It's a girl singing about When I Think About You, I Touch Myself. I mean, the lyrics are pretty straightforward.
No bullshit, just I want to touch myself.
It's like a one-hit wonder of her songs, too. Because everybody heard it and said, this is great, man. Then any girl who flirted said, this is my song for you.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm sleeping with my best friend.
What?
It was the 80s.
Oh, that's right. Oh, the days of my youth.
And then that moved over to the 90s, and really, it never changed from sleeping with your best friend.
Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see.
Are you absolutely sure about the time?
Well, I think really odd. I'm sure it was just after 2. It is the time I stopped serving the lunch menu.
Not when you went to go have a wee. What time was it?
When I have a wee.
No!
Wee time.
When is wee time then?
I play Wii Sports. Doing with our Wii time.
When the restaurant's not busy.
Yeah.
I get on Wii Fit.
Wii Fit. Just in the middle of the restaurant. That's a good one. That's a good bet. Just doing Wii Fit.
Yeah.
Yoga in the middle of the restaurant.
Chef, we've got new orders. Give me a second.
Yeah.
I'm doing my poses.
The downward dog.
Sir, you've got to stop. Chef, you've got to stop using that.
Yeah.
It called me obese. I have to.
Yeah. My little character even looked at his tummy.
And then this noise went, wah, wah, wah.
Yeah.
Quite right.
I always break for lunch when the restaurants are serving their specials. Smithers. I've been known to wind up a case early just to make it on time.
I guess you should never get between a hungry judge and his lunch.
Oh, would you look at that? It's almost lunchtime already.
Witness, get out of your testimony, please!
Wait! There were no other customers.
Yeah, sure. Okay, got it. So your only customers were Mr. Kudo and the victim. He didn't accept the other person that was there because he wasn't a customer.
How many times do you need to ask the same thing, trite? You'll never catch me drinking the same blend twice.
But they make one pot of coffee, drinking the same blend.
I'd make them switch it out.
That is a pain in the ass, if that's what you do. You are terrible if that is what you do.
No, I just imagine he has like tools next to it on his side.
He's got 7 coffee pots.
Yeah.
Each of different blends.
Yeah.
He keeps them on burners. So they stay warm. Huh?
You're trying to establish the presence of a phony victim in the restaurant, but you're wasting your time.
You see him spin like the CO2 canister full of whipped cream.
Yeah. You can't grind birdseed to make coffee, if you catch my drift.
You could. It would be awful coffee, though. But there's a hole in his testimony somewhere. I'm sure of it.
When when he got wood, he won the lottery. He became very excited.
I'll say he got excited.
He was excited.
Did you, Mr. Payne, get out of here. Did you see him?
No, I was in the kitchen, but I heard him. I remember him shouting, "Yes, I have $1,000,000." Presumably the defendant heard that too, then, correct? Maggie? She looked like a poor little frightened dog.
Probably because she was about to get knocked out by you.
She could feel it. Smells like getting knocked out in here.
You walked up behind her probably with like a rope.
Man, smells like chloroform in here today.
Breathe it in! Even though real chloroform takes like minutes to work.
That does it?
Yeah. It's like close to 10 minutes for chloroform to knock you out.
I don't know that. Wait, how do you know?
All movies have lied to you.
How do you know that?
Don't worry about how I know.
Oh, okay.
Don't check your backyard. Any dug up spots, you've got a dog, you know what happened.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
There might be a plaque in front of it with your name on it. Don't worry.
My name?
It might be open. It might be like right next to an open grave. Don't. Your dog dug it. I'm trying to fill it back in.
I gotta call fucking Nancy Drew on this case, alright?
Her grave might already be next. I mean,
wait.
Bakery. Her bakery's right next to it.
Ah, I see.
Where her skeleton is.
What?
And what about Mr. Kudo?
That old man choked on some birdseed that got stuck in his throat.
Seems we now have yet another incident on our hands.
Then he spat birdseed all over.
It was approximately 5 minutes later that the poisoning incident occurred.
And what were you doing at that point?
Without any customers, you must have had time to kill.
Kill! I am a multi-talented woman, mon Dieu.
You said you were a man.
But I am a petite woman.
No, you just said you were a man at the beginning of this.
And also, you could be both as well.
Pick one! That didn't exist during this time.
The Bills? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna pick the Bills to win in today's game. Oh, you're talking about my gender? Oh.
This is 2007. Pick one.
My favorite Jenner?
None of them. I hate them all. They're horrible people.
Kylie, because I get to imagine myself in her position when she's snogging Timothy Chalamet.
They're all horrible people.
Probably. Timothy Chalamet!
Chalamet, maybe. He's with a Jenner that could go very south for him very fast. I mean, one of them...
Modded Xbox guy, 420?
You cannot tell me that being with them doesn't go south. One of their ex-husbands has become basically a Nazi.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that guy. That basically is.
You ever seen a man come out wearing just full black robe?
But hey, at least he said he saw 21 Jump Street, and Jonah Hill made him like Jewish people again. That is what he said. So he likes to thank Jonah Hill.
Is Jonah Hill Jewish?
I think so. Otherwise, why would he say that?
I don't think he is.
Well then,
I could be very wrong.
Well then, yeah, there we go. Jonah Hill solved anti-Semitism.
I'm a Jewish guy. Thank you.
Yeah.
Again, he might be. I don't know, but I'm not going to trust Kanye at his word. I mean, the undisclosed rapper.
He's not called Kanye anymore, so it's fine. We're good.
Yeezy?
No. Well, Yeezy, yes, but Yee.
Yeet?
No, it's just Yee.
Sorry, what do you mean?
His name is Yee.
I read my mind.
Oh, sorry. You looked at me after you said that. I was like...
trying to see if you'd fall for that.
She was led by the chef, Jean Armstrong, and the tragic poet, Clarice Armstrong.
Clarice!
I was writing a poem.
My wife!
An angry tale of a chef and $500,000 in debt, cooking for a man who won $500,000 in the lottery. It is called Pourquoi? It means why? Perhaps I should recite it for the court.
Please don't. Please don't. Please don't.
No, there was no time for a phony to do with the acting.
You mean you contacted the police as soon as the incident occurred? I thought it took 5 minutes.
I asked that old man to call from the payphone. My own argument, shite. The purpose of this phony victim's performance was so the old man would see it. In other words, once the incident occurred, this opportunity would completely disappear.
There was no payphone close. He left. We had to go to the payphone.
So they did the fake incident first, and then they did the real incident afterwards?
No, when he left,
Yeah.
they brought in probably a dead body. He was probably already dead.
Oh, okay, yeah, there you go, yes.
He was already dead.
They had to set the scene back up.
Yes.
Okay.
Indeed!
Beyond, it seems like the shadow of doubt has been lifted. Is it, Paul?
Because Maggie was knocked out.
Yes.
The old man was the only other one who has no connection to Tiger.
Yes.
Therefore, once he's out, Tiger can go do my bidding.
Yeah, I guess Mr. Armstead is connected to this case, huh?
Absolutely. Someone was impersonating Mr. Elk and refused to believe he was oblivious.
I
refused.
Yeah.
Shut up. Shut up! He was there the whole time, after all.
But if you're right, wouldn't Maggie have noticed too?
She fell unconscious when the incident occurred, remember?
Ah, you mean that's when the phony staged his act?
Or it could be that no one knocked her out and she literally just passed out.
She probably fainted from seeing somebody dead. Oh, stress. Yes, stress. Probably got it.
Stress. We'll know for sure once I find a hole in his testimony.
The hole in his testimony.
Is that the hole right there? Oh, that's the wrong one. I am so sorry.
Oh, whoa. I didn't realize it would be sexy in here.
I'm afraid I finally got you, Mr. Armstrong.
What do you mean?
At the time in question, the victim was listening to the radio with his earpiece. The show he was listening to was Millionaire Radio. Each week they announced the winning numbers for the $500,000 lottery ticket.
Oui, that must be the show Mon Elk was listening to.
I can't see any problem with the testimony of Mr. Wright.
I wonder. You said the victim arrived at your restaurant around 2 p.m., correct?
Oui, I am sure of it. I remember it perfectly now. I know it was that time because I had just finished serving the lunch menu. Get to the point, Shrite, if you have one.
That show is broadcast live at 1:30.
1:30.
And it claims to be the most thrilling 10 minutes of your life. In fact, it is not.
No.
It's very boring.
That's why we should cancel it. That's my point.
They sit there all day going, B7. I won. And then you sit there and go, that's not a number!
Wait a second. This is the bingo channel.
It's on the air.
Well, also, I can't be one.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
That's what I caught first.
You can tell I don't gamble.
I don't either, but I understand bingo numbers. I've played gambling games.
I don't bingo. I don't bangle.
Listen, them bangles, I don't bangle.
Hey. I might do some hardcore drugs, but I don't bangle.
Is that the new drug that came out?
Yeah, bangle.
Makes you feel like a tiger. That's what happens when you mix Monster and Red Bull.
Bangle.
Now, supposedly the victim made some noise when it was announced that he had won. And yet, I don't believe his cry of joy could have occurred after 2 p.m. because the show had already finished more than 30 minutes earlier by that point in time. This victim we've been told about has done nothing but the impossible. Listening to the radio with a ruptured eardrum. Catching a show that was already over. There is only one conclusion you can draw from these facts. This victim was an imposter acting out the poisoning 30 minutes after the real murder.
Oh, look at those.
Yes, there were 2 Glen Elves in Tribulations that day. The real Glen Elg now dead, having been poisoned by the real killer, and the phony Glen Elg acting out the events for Mr. Kudo to witness. Yeah, but now I gotta try and think of who the fake Glen Elg would be, because I'm sure that's gonna be something that Godo asks.
We'll give him a moment.
It certainly seems that way. I mean, if that wasn't the case, how could you explain the time discrepancy?
Quite a performance, Trite. You were almost on a roll. But sadly, you lacked a rock-hard foundation of rhythm to build your song.
What is this? Music Hero 101?
Let's recap. According to your imaginative theory, it's now just after 2 p.m. The phony elk is performing a play for the benefit of Mr. Kudo. How do you explain then where the real Glen Elk is?
Under the table.
Huh?
I don't believe
In this courtroom right now.
I don't believe I have to spell this out for the court, however. However, at that time, the real Glen Elg was already dead.
It's certainly obvious conclusion.
I think Godo's asking, like, literally where.
Thank you, Trite. That's exactly what I was hoping you would say.
What?
Now, I presume you can prove this theory of yours. Can you explain where the missing corpse went to?
Yeah, I'm fairly certain he was asking where the body was, not like how.
Yeah, where's the body? Or did they move the body, you know?
Just see it.
Yes,
They hung it up there with string.
Yeah.
They dropped it. The missing corpse?
Going in the old man's testimony, there was only one other customer there. If that customer was the phony Glen Elg, then where did the killer hide the body of the real victim?
Probably the kitchen.
By the kitchen?
In the kitchen?
In the kitchen?
With Dina?
Oh, you're right, it's in the kitchen.
The prosecution has a valid point, Mr. Wright. I mean, the chef is in on it, and he's already stated he's very strong.
He's very strong, yes.
I'm sure he could move a body.
Yeah. He was spinning it like a basketball.
He's actually started dribbling.
Yeah.
It was very insane to see a body bounce like that. But he did it.
Mm-hmm.
He broke all the tile on the ground, but he did it.
With his footsteps.
Your theory, yeah, he looked like the monster that Michael Jordan went up against in
Yes.
Space Jam.
Yes.
If your theory is to stand up
To examination by the court, you must provide us with proof by answering the prosecution's question. Where did the killer hide the body?
yes, Your Honor.
No conjecture, Trite. Let's hear some facts for once. Show the court a piece of evidence that proves where the body was hidden. Oh, why is he in the kitchen?
Because that's where his medicine was found.
Okay, there you go.
Evidence?
What's with the intense pressure in here all of a sudden?
I thought I had him with the contradiction. But he's turned it all around and backed me into a corner instead.
Hot.
And I'm like a dog in a corner. Bow wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Mr. Wright, the court will now hear the defense's theory and evidence. First, where was the body of real Mr. L concealed?
Inside Caribbean, Your Honor. It would have been too dangerous to take the body outside. Obviously, the body must have been hidden somewhere inside Tribulations.
Interesting. But where could the body have been hidden inside the restaurant? Perhaps you would care to show the court of these plans, Mr. Wright?
You know, the actual anime makes this way more clear when they're doing stuff like this. Because they bring up like a large TV and Gumshoe points out everything.
Yeah. Anyway, Felix said yes, of course, and then the judge said,
Yes, of course.
Where's the body?
Where's the body, Mr. Wright? It's in the kitchen.
The body was hidden here.
I see.
Nice supposition. But the real question is, can you back it up? Where's the evidence that proves the body was hidden in that location?
His cough medicine for his ear.
What?
Mr. Armstrong, do you recognize this bottle?
No. No, no, no. I have never seen that ugly bottle before in my life. I only use the very best bottles, monsieur. The highest quality only for me.
Your bottles are made out of 100% plastic.
No.
Where was the bottle found, Mr. Wright?
Interesting enough, Your Honor, it was found in the kitchen of Tribulations.
Quoi? But I only use these bottles for my aromatherapy oils.
But this bottle doesn't contain aromatherapy oil, Mr. Armstrong. No, it contains a medication.
What kind of medication?
Weed, Your Honor. Oh, I'm sure everyone remembers, don't they? That Mr. Elk visited an laryngological clinic and was given medication that day.
You can't be serious.
The defense had the contents of the bottle analyzed and have the lab results here. The contents of the bottle match the prescription that was given to Mr. L. Gunelg's murder hid the body in the restaurant kitchen, at which time this bottle fell out of the victim's pocket. Mr. Armstrong, when the incident occurred, didn't you say you were in the kitchen?
Mon Dieu?
Yes, you know what I'm about to say. It was you who hid the victim's body, and you did a fine job pretending to defend my client Maggie Bird, however. You were setting her up to take the fall behind the poor girl's back.
Order! Order! This is an extraordinary development. Witness, did you murder Mr. Glenelg?
Never! I could never not do such a horrible thing! No!
Is that a rocket?
Mr. Godo!
How do you have coffee? You just chugged it all.
The bitterness. Every time I get lied to, I always down a mug of coffee.
So where'd the coffee come from?
That's one of my rules.
Do you have the slightest idea how many cups you've had by now?
Then I like to do the same to the person who lied to me. I like to take them down with my empty cup. Listen up, chef. How about a brand new flavor in your ear, my H-deficient friend? Je vous demande pardon. Please, you must hear me out. It is a trap. Listen to me. Por favor.
Spanish?
Yo hablo en español, Mr. Armstrong, and por favor is Spanish.
I'm only going to ask you once. Did you do it?
How was my enunciation? Is it good?
No, absolutely not. Terrible. You should quit. I simply...
Never taken a Spanish class.
Let's hear it. You've got one shot. Right, Gramps?
Witness, me. Take off my robe. The court will permit you the chance to make one final statement. If you lie under oath again, Mr. Godo's coffee mug awaits you. You ever seen that mason jar video?
What?
Huh?
What? Huh?
You know the mason jar video.
What? No. What? No.
You know what everybody knows, that mason jar video.
No, yeah.
That poor husband.
That's gonna happen to you. As does my gavel.
Oui, it is clear.
Are they gonna beat him with the stuff or
Yeah.
shoving it in him?
Both. Beat and shove.
Which one where?
Up to you.
Take turns. What do they always say in the movies? I got a bad feeling about this. I feel Tiger's gonna interrupt us, probably.
Very well, begin your final testimony, Mr. Armstrong.
Alright, now we're going to get to his final testimony in.
The next episode.
So they're going to watch this episode of Phoenix Fight Charles for Tribulations, which is
every day.
Bye-bye.